Hi guys. So as promised, I'm coming here today to talk about my first week on keto. So as a little background, I chose to do keto really for my diabetes and to regulate my blood sugars. I tried keto a few months ago and it didn't work out, mostly because it's hard to do unless you have the whole family on board. So my husband, Greg, decided that he was going to join me. And this week, I would say, has really been good. So let's get off into it. I want to tell you about what I have experienced this first week. I'm also going to go over some key supplements that we've been taking and then just some go-to things that you can grab when there's nothing around. So I started last Saturday. Greg actually didn't start until Sunday. Saturday was great because I really didn't plan on starting keto, but it just kind of ended up that way. So by the end of the day, I was like, wow, I've kind of been on low carbs today. And I had been struggling with my blood sugars. I thought, why not go ahead and try again? So day one was really good. If you know anything about keto, it's really all about your macros. So you really have to keep up with your net carbs, your fat, your protein, and your calories. So my macros consist of 20 net grams of carbs, 124 grams of fat, 100 grams of protein, and about 1,592 calories. So with that being said, I've only gone over my net carbs one day this week, and I only went over by 2 net grams. If you don't know much about how to calculate your net grams, it's really just the carbohydrates or your sugars minus the fibers, and that'll give you your net carbs. So for instance, if you have something with 6 carbohydrates and then the fiber in the same item is 3, then you walk away with 3 net grams of carbs. With that being said, Sunday when Greg joined, he was a little hesitant. We use an app called Carb Manager to keep up with our macros. So once I introduced him to the app and he was able to scan his food, so anything that you have with a barcode on it, you can scan in the app and it'll give you the macros for that particular item. Once I showed him the app, he was kind of like, it kind of became a game. I will tell you, anything that you want to do, you really should try to have fun with it. It has been fun this week. Greg and I have been working out. Our goal is to walk 4 or 5 days a week, at least 3 miles, and then hit the gym for some strength training. For me, 2 days a week, 2 to 3 days a week, but Greg tries to go about 4 for strength training. So as we moved along the week, my blood sugars were still really out of control. I have been a diabetic, and that really is the main reason why I'm doing keto, or why we're doing keto, is to help control my blood sugars. I have been a diabetic since I was 25. A year and a half after I had Michaela, my oldest, I had gestational diabetes with her. I became full-blown diabetic, and I was very angry about it. I didn't understand why that happened to me. I was not eating healthy at that time. I was over 300 pounds. I have since lost about 75 pounds, but in 2016, and I was able to come off of my medicine once I lost that weight. But in 2016, my grandmother was diagnosed with cancer, and it was just a very stressful time for me and my family. And so I had to get back on medication because I was unable to control my stress, which indirectly impacted my blood sugars. So since 2016, I've been on medication, and I struggle with sometimes not feeling normal, sometimes feeling like, that I'm just unable to keep up sometimes. My husband has a lot of energy. He's very fun and active and energetic. And so over the years, that has played a toll on me because I want to be able to do all the things that he does without feeling so exhausted at the end of the day. So again, a little bit more background on why we are going on this journey. The reason why I have decided to vlog about this is because I need some accountability, and I thought that this would add an additional layer of fun to it. I also want to be an inspiration, hopefully some motivation to someone else who is out there dealing with some of the same issues as it relates to diabetes. I do believe that diabetes can be healed through your diet and exercise, but it just really boils down to staying consistent. So the first 3 days, I really didn't notice a difference in my blood sugars. And actually on Wednesday, I was really craving a honey bun. I went out to Sam's like right before we made this decision and bought a case of honey buns, which I should not have done, but I want to be very transparent. On Wednesday, those honey buns were calling my name. I actually talked to a good friend of mine and he was like, do I need to come and get the honey buns? Yeah, we still have the honey buns, but I have not ate a honey bun. But Wednesday was very real for me. It was a very challenging day, to say the least. And one thing you're going to hear me talk about before the end of the video is being prepared. I've posted some videos on some things that I've cooked already today in preparation for the next few days. Prepping your food, meal prepping is going to be your key to success. And then you also need to know that self-care is a daily commitment to yourself. So whatever ventures you step out on and anything that you want to try to achieve, any goals that you have, you've got to be committed to yourself. In order to take care of yourself and achieve things that you want, whether it's mentally, physically, professionally, you have to make sure that you have a daily commitment to yourself. So with that being said, Wednesday was tough, but I had a commitment to myself. My commitment was no matter what, I was going to follow the keto diet strict. I mean, I was not even drinking anything that has sucralose in it, just strictly water, just to ensure that I was, staying on track. I actually went into ketosis on day 3. I think some of you guys may have seen my post where I actually post a test strip of me being in ketosis. And so Thursday and Friday were really good days because on Thursday I actually got on the scale and I was down 10 pounds. And so Friday was like, I was in beast mode because I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I was down 10 pounds on Thursday. So Friday was kind of a walk in the park for me for half of the day. But then I got really stressed out because we had to make a decision by 5 on Friday on what to do with the girls, whether or not to allow them to go back to school face-to-face or to let them venture into digital learning. That was very stressful for me. Those of you who know me personally, I've probably had a conversation with you about it. But during that time, I got like a few bumps on my face. I was like, I can't believe I'm stressing out like this. So on Friday, when I was starting to feel all that, I went outside and began to walk. And that helped relieve the stress. So make sure that you're managing your stress because that's vital to your success on any program that you do as well. I will say by Thursday, my blood sugars were regulated. I was able to just take my metformin. I'm currently on 2 forms of medication, metformin and glipizide. Previously, when I was on keto, the glipizide was causing my blood sugar to fall too low. I was experiencing a lot of lows, so I haven't experienced that yet because I take my blood sugar so much to know like exactly when I really should be taking the glipizide. Thursday and Friday, I only had to take the glipizide once, one time a day. So 1 pill, 1 time a day. So again, I will tell you, if you are a diabetic, check with your doctor. Don't try to venture out on things on your own. Right before COVID, I did see an endocrinologist and I was on keto at that time. And we talked about adjusting my medication because I was experiencing so many lows. So it's not like I'm just going out there changing my medicine around without having spoke to a doctor. So here is my total recap for the week. I actually went back up a pound, which I don't know how. So my total weight loss for this first week was 9 pounds. I've lost about 1.5 inches off of my waist. I had no cheat days at all. And like I said, I did go over my 20 net gram carbs one day by 2. I have been exercising. Like I said, we walk at least 3 miles 4 days a week. My blood sugar levels since Thursday have been awesome, which is my number 1 priority. And I'll talk to you just a little bit about food. So this first week we were not prepared. We did not meal prep, and so we ate a lot of beef, which is hard for me because I'm not a beef girl. I like a lot of seafood, fish. But the one saving grace for me was the bulletproof coffee. So what I put in my bulletproof coffee is this collagen. If you guys don't know, collagen is really good for your hair, nails, and skin. I hope I have a little glow. And then this C8 MCT oil powder. I put a scoop of that. So 1 scoop of the collagen, 1 scoop of the C8 MCT oil powder. Sometimes we'll use the oil. It just depends on what we're feeling. And then a tablespoon of butter in the coffee. And that gives us energy. It keeps us full throughout the day. We also may have a low carb protein shake. It just depends on what's happening. When you're on keto, you may lose some essential electrolytes. So we bought these Nestle Pure Light waters. And so one is like an active. This one that I just so happen to have here to show you guys is the Protect. It has zinc in it, but there's another one that has magnesium. And then there's another one that has potassium in it. Another thing that I really don't like these, but Greg has been eating these Quest chips. They are low carb chips, so we eat a lot of guacamole and avocado. Those are good for that. And then when you're hungry and you haven't made a plan for a meal, but you want to grab something really quick that is keto friendly, these Bumblebee lemon pepper tuna packs have been great. There's a spoon that's in it, and it meets all the requirements for your macros. You could probably have 2 or 3 of these a day when you're feeling a craving. So that's been it for this week. I will post another video next week and throughout the week, kind of post some of the meals that we are preparing to get through our second week. I'm very excited because my diabetes, my blood sugar numbers have been great since Thursday. Lastly, I have on this beautiful lip gloss. I don't know if you can see it. It has some little sparkles of glitter in it. But I wanted to just put a plug in here for my cousin's business. It's called the House of Allure. So they sell lip gloss infused with CBD oil and also eyelashes. I'm not really into eyelashes anymore now that I'm getting a little older. But you guys should go out and check out the House of Allure. You can find them on Instagram. So thank you guys for listening. And I will be back throughout the week and next week for week 2 recap. Bye.